Alrighty, let's do your next set of letters. We're going to start with the letter K today. To do an uppercase K, you're basically going to write it just like you normally would, just a little bit fancier. So to do an uppercase K, you're going to start a little below the line, up, touch the line, and come straight down, almost like we started a capital H. And then you're just going to make the rest of your K and swing out with a swoop. Remember yesterday we had a lot of swoops going on. So start with a loop, finish with a swoop. Start with a loop, finish with a swoop. Pretty easy. All right, for the lowercase k, it's very similar to one type of K, except we are going to, that's right, start with a loop, end with a loop. So to do a tall K, we're going to loop up and swing back down like we did for the H. We're going to come to the middle, do a little belly, and swing out. So there's your lowercase k. Loop up to the top, come down, touch, retrace, make a little belly, and swing out. Okay, so pause the video to do your 5 uppercase K's and 5 lowercase K's. Okay, the next letter is L. It looks very similar, just with some looping going on. So we're going to start a little below the line here. We're going to go forward to loop to the top, go straight down, loop to the bottom, and loop out. So you can see it still has an L shape. It just has loops and swirls. Start a little below the dotted line. Okay. Forward, down, back, and out. And there's your capital L. For the lowercase l, we're just going to go straight up, touch the line, come back and down. Notice it's very thin. Touches the top, comes back over, touches the bottom. Kind of slanted. Most cursive letters are slanted. Let me show you a bad example. A lot of people try to do a lowercase l like this. Well, to me, that looks like a roller coaster. So that is not right. Make sure you're not making a circle. Make sure you're making a tall slant. So there's the capital L and lowercase l. Go ahead and pause the video and practice those letters. All right, let's move on to M. So to do a capital M, you're going to start a little below the line here. You're going to touch the top and bring it down. Retrace up, and end with a swoop. Looks like a regular M, just with some swoops. Start a little below the line, make your first move, retrace up, retrace that same line up, and end with a swoop. Okay, there's your capital M's. Let's do a lowercase m. So a lowercase m, once again, looks very similar, except it has some extra loops to it. So the lowercase m starts at the bottom, and then you do a regular M. And if you'll look, how many hills does it have? 3. That's very important. Make sure you have 3 hills on your M. So you loop up, and then you do a regular M. 1, 2, 3 hills. Loop up, regular M. 1, 2, 3 hills. right, there is your capital M and lowercase m. Pause the video and do your practicing. All right, the next letter for today is an N, which is very similar to the M. So to do the N, you're going to start just like we did with a loop, but you're only going to go up once to make a capital N. You start with your loop, retrace up, start with a loop, retrace up. Notice the M, the capital M has 2, the capital N only has 1. All right, now the lowercase n, guess what? That's right, it's similar to the M. But do you remember how many hills the M had? 3. The N is the exact same shape, except it's only going to have 2 hills. Watch this. That is an N. How many hills? 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. Make sure that your ends did not go any taller than like a halfway point. So there are your 5 ends. And last letter for today, let's do an O. So to do your capital O, you're going to start at the top and make a regular O, but remember, we like to make cursive fancy, so you're going to swoop out. So you're going to start at the top, make your regular O, close it, and swoop out. Okay. Now the lowercase o still looks the same, but we have to start with a swoop and end with a swoop. So I'm going to start at the bottom and come to that point. Remember that point we stopped at for A, C, D, same one with O. Then we're going to come around and close it, but we're going to swoop out at the top. If I swooped out at the bottom, I would make it an A. This is very detailed. You have to make sure you swoop at the top so it's not an A. All right, so we start at the bottom, stop, retrace to close your O, swoop at the top. Start your O, retrace, swoop at the top. Remember, if you swoop down, you've turned your O into an A. All right, so there's your capital O and your lowercase o. Go ahead and pause the video and do 5 examples of each. All right, those are your letters for today. Feel free to go add some more to your notebook.